Now, a little thing about the growth of a business and why it's a good thing. As your business grows and as demand increases in your industry, you have to spend more resources in order to produce your products. So you need newer technology as well to make your business more efficient. So you go out and you buy from other companies to help produce your products. And as you buy from other companies, this is increasing demand in those industries, opening up newer opportunities for competition. And those businesses all of a sudden have all of this money and they have all of these demands from your business, and so they need to go out and spend and purchase more resources to produce their products for you, and so on and so forth. And this is the cycle of a free market. It's never ending. As your business grows, the demand in other industries grows. And as the demand in those industries grow, the demand in other industries grow. And so that's the beautiful thing about capitalism. Socialism, on the other hand, is like a poison to society. It first infects and destroys the brain, and then it affects the motor skills of a society. And for a while things work. However, the beautiful locomotion of life begins to experience slow and painful atrophy. And no one can understand why, because they've already denounced the only thing, the only means that can save them. You make all of these claims, like when a consumer base gets too big, companies somehow can't support the demand. I don't know how you negated the fact that as the consumer base grows, as the demand grows for a certain product, that the company that's selling that product is making a profit. I would just love to hear some sort of a reasoning from you. That way I could at least understand how you arrived at these ridiculous conclusions. You said that it's more efficient for a company to destroy its competitors than to improve its product. Yeah, companies try to limit their competitors, but not at the cost of their products. Not sure if you know this or not, but companies can only survive so long as their product is top quality or meets the demands of the consumer. That's why things like the PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and Wii exist. I mean, these three companies have been at war with each other for a very long time, and yet they're not out trying to scheme up ways to sabotage one another. I mean, they're increasing the quality of their product. They're coming up with new, more innovative products to give to the consumer. That's how they compete with one another. They don't compete with one another by sneaking over to the other company's headquarters and lighting it on fire. Apple and PC, another great example of two titans constantly duking it out, and yet every year, or actually every 6 months, we're given new, more efficient technology from these companies. You paralleled a company making exclusive deals with another company as anti-competitive. Now, if two businesses are competing with one another and you obtain an exclusive provider or an exclusive buyer, and I'm not a business tycoon or anything, but I like to think I know a thing or two about running a business, but I would wager a guess that this gives you an edge over your competition. Now, how does getting ahead of your competition become anti-competitive? You said that the other reason that the number of companies declines over time is because that products become mass-produced and the consumers become less educated. Again, how the hell did you arrive at this conclusion? It's just clearly not true. I mean, let's just take computers for example. I would like you to take a guess at how many people knew what a byte of memory was back in the 90s. Now I would like you to take a guess at how many people today know what a byte of memory is. Or what about a gigabyte, or a terabyte even. I'm willing to bet that, especially since the invention of MySpace, the number of people that understand basic coding more than quadrupled. And what about television? Have consumers become less educated about television sets? If someone wants better quality while watching TV, should they buy a TV that's HD compatible, or should they buy a standard definition television without HD compatibility? I'm sure that even a homeless person who hasn't owned a TV for the past 10 years would tell you the correct answer. Now let's accept for a moment what you say is true, that we are the most informed about a product when it first hits the market. And let's keep talking about high definition because I do enjoy watching television. So now, even I barely understand the differences between a Blu-ray DVD player and an HD DVD player. And how many people do you think understand the differences between 480p and 1080p? What about 1080p 60 versus 1080p 24? Do I even need to talk about cigarettes? Do you think we're more informed about cigarettes now than we were when cigarettes first hit the market? I just don't understand how you could have failed so miserably to notice these glaring observations. I mean, now in like 5 years, when high-definition products become more mass-produced and more available and more advanced, more people are going to be able to make educated decisions about high-definition products, just like with any product. Then you go on this insane rant about how since now companies are selling to idiots, that they can just decrease the quality of their products and dupe individuals into buying crappy products. I have a scenario for you. If Toyota tomorrow announced their new line of 2010 model cars, and even if one of them did not exceed the standards of its predecessor, do you really think people wouldn't notice? Do you really think Toyota would see any kind of major profit gains from that action? People would step in for a test drive and be like, oh, I love the lack of MP3 compatibility. I love how they downgraded the luxury class to have manual windows instead of automatic ones. I love the fact that they replaced my radio with a cardboard box that just says radio written on it with Sharpie. And then you go on to talk about healthcare. And I probably should have guessed that this is where your video is going. And I hope you realize that healthcare is not privatized at all. It's one of the most regulated industries in the market right now, along with banking. And by the way, health insurance is a fairly new product, so I don't really think it fits your example of in-the-game theory very well there, John. And we have seen an increase in healthcare quality, or I don't really want to say quality because I don't think it's that great of a product anymore, but we have seen an increase in offers. I mean, right now people who've had multiple heart attacks, are regular smokers, and are overweight can get affordable quality healthcare. And when health insurance first came out, there's no way any health insurance company would have covered that group of people. I mean, if health insurance companies did do that, we wouldn't even be having this discussion or a debate about healthcare right now, because healthcare companies probably wouldn't even exist. And I'll agree with you on one thing, not with anything else you said, but just on one particular thing, that healthcare is really, really terrible. I mean, healthcare sucks pretty badly right now. However, nationalizing it is certainly not the answer. It's already partially nationalized. I mean, a big percentage of our tax money goes to healthcare. It needs to become privately run, and then we'll see new, more innovative business models. So, just to wrap this video up, your insanely misguided conceptions about capitalism are just that. They are insane. Capitalism doesn't exist anywhere in the world. It's never existed. There was a brief point in American history in which we were pretty close. We had the foundation good, but we just royally messed up on the application. Apply if you want.